Hi, welcome to Peggy's Chalk and Ink. Peggy's Chalk and Ink. Peggy's Creations. Yes, sorry. You know what? I had the other name for so long that when I changed it, I saw the wrong thing. Anyway, welcome. It is Peggy, despite, even though I can't remember my own call. Let's see here. Let's see if we're live. Almost. Crafting Creations by Peggy, independent designer for Chalk Couture. And I am not coming on very fastly here. Let me go out and come back in. Seems to be one of those nights. And hopefully I have internet. There we go, and I got you. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you very much for being here. Tonight, we're going to change it up just a little bit. I have a DIY, and it is the Dollar Tree, and I love snowmen. I don't know about you, but I think they're really fun, and so I looked it up and I was like, you know what? I think I want to make a little snowman. So I'm going to plug in my glue gun because I almost forgot. And it is Monday, so I have a little bit of an excuse, okay? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, so my glue gun is on. Okay, so what I started with here tonight is I started with these little rounds, and they come in a package from the dollar store, and they come in this little handy dandy little stretchy bag, okay? And they're just wooden, all right? They're just plain old wooden little, what are they called? They are called wood dice, okay? And there's 3 of them, and of course they're $1.25, not $1. So what I did was I took them all out. And because we don't need to watch paint dry, I took my white Chalkology paste. I took this daughter, or whatever you want to call this, pouncer, and I put a scoop of my white in there, stirred it around with a stir stick, and then I put 2 coats on all the sides, except for the bottoms. Okay, and then they're dry. So now what I need to do is I need to glue them together. Now what I'm going to make with these, while the glue gun is getting hot, is I'm going to make this cute little snowman right here. And this little snowman's going to go on here. So I think he's adorable. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of heads up there what we're going to do. And I am super excited. And I have a couple of beads for his some brand new beads that I got. They were just kind of hanging around. So I'm going to put like 3 of them over here in my tray so that I have them. Put a couple more than 3. All right, let's see how our glue gun is, okay? It's getting there. So, you know, today was Monday. Monday is a crazy day sometimes. Sometimes Mondays are just, I don't know. It's kind of like you're starting a week and it's like everybody's had time to rest on the weekend and then it gets crazy. I'm not sure if I want to make a scarf out of this. Isn't that pretty? Look, I got this from the dollar store last year. So pretty. I thought it might be a really cute little scarf for the snowman. I thought about just turning it over and gluing a good little piece while my glue gun is getting hot. Let's see. It's kind of thin though. I'm not sure. It might work okay. We might give it a try. Might have wanted to go a little wider, but we'll see. All right, so we'll put this aside. See if that works. I've got enough in case I don't do something right here. And then I thought I'd just fold that over and make a scarf. If that'll work. I don't know. It's pretty thin. Ribbon might just be the answer. Maybe I made it too thin. Anyway, we'll get to that. Okay, let's see how we're doing here. Not quite. I wish I would have. Won't take long, I'm sure. So tell me about your Monday. How is it going? I think it's incredibly winter. Is incredibly a good word? I don't know. I don't know if it is or not. And we're going to put our stick in there. So we're going to glue that a little too. So we really need some glue. I might just use some red and use that for a scarf. So I've got it all ready to go. So I just love that. I love this. That's so pretty. Anyway, let's see here. What do we got? We got it? Yeah, we do. So we're gluing a good generous amount here. We're just going to glue that right there and match that up, okay? It's going to be so cute. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing over here. A very nice, generous amount. If you wanted it to last forever, you could use E6000 or one of those. Okay, and then we'll put that right on the top there. And there's our little snowman. Okay, looking cute. Okay, so there's our snowman. Part of him. Part of him. Okay, now we have that glued. And then what I did is I took my little, I bought this last year and I had a little headband here. And I didn't know what I was going to use it for, but I always like to grab little decorations. And all of a sudden I looked at it and I thought, you know what, that would just be the cutest little decoration for a snowman. So here's what I want to do. I want to put him on here. But he needs to be just a little bit stronger. So I took a stick, popsicle stick, and I'm going to glue this. I painted it to the back also. And I'm just going to lift that up. Can you see that? I pulled it off of here. It was glued on really, really good. I must say, it was glued on really tight. And so I pulled it out. And then now I'm going to glue that right to the back there. So I'm going to glue that down. And so we're going to glue. We're just going to go across there because even the other glue came off. Okay, and then we're going to put that right in the inside there, right in the middle of his bow. And I just stuck my finger, his bow tie. Stuck my finger in there. Now this is going to give it a good place and a good way to stick. And I think I'm going to cut it off a little bit. Just below the bow tie, okay? So all right, so I just cut that off. And I just want him to be right about there. Isn't he cute? He's adorable, huh? He's just cute. Okay, so now we're going to lay it down. And then we're just going to stick it right to the top there. We're going to hold it down. And look at him already. Isn't he cute? He is adorable. I got a couple little glues on there. Okay, now I'm going to do just a little tiny, put a little tiny bit of glue back here, just a little bit. And there is a flap there, so stick that in there, okay? All right, this is the cutest little guy. All right, now, he's cute. He's real cute. Okay, so let's see if we can't get a scarf on here, okay? Well, you know what? Let's do our beads. I'm gonna put one right here. So these really cute little beads, and they're just black. And I think I had them last year. And then I'm just going to take one and go right down below that. And stick that right there. And one more. And you could do two, but his little head was so big I thought three would be great. Okay. And there we go. Isn't he cute? Look at that, you guys. He's adorable. He's really cute. I'm just looking down, make sure we're even. Looks pretty even to me. All right, let's see if we can't get a little on here. Let's see if we can't put it like so. Let's just lift that up a little bit and get that tucked under there. We're just going to tuck that right there. Push that down just a little bit. Then we're going to come across. And I'm going to fold that just like that, I think. There we go. Whoops, I need to hold it. Kind of hot on the fingers. Okay, and then we're going to come around. And then we're going to put that right there. And I am going to take and glue that. And I'm going to put that right over to the side. And we have our neck. A little bit of glue on there. There we go. Isn't he cute? Now I'm just going to cut a little bit of the ribbon for his scarf. Let's cut that up just a little bit up here. Oop, I cut that crooked. Oops. And I want to tell you, I think he is just the cutest little decoration ever. He is so darn cute. Now, I also thought about putting some snow on there, but I wasn't sure exactly where I was going to put it. So I think that we came up with a really cute little idea here. And if you were so inclined, you could even take and have him have a little tree behind him, a couple of little arms. I'm not real sure how we could stick those arms in there. I'd have to figure that out a different way. But I thought maybe one of these little trees would be really cute behind him. So let me see if I can. think that's cute. I always like to embellish way more than I should. I know. Maybe. Maybe just a little bit coming out to the side, huh? Oh, maybe not. You know what? I think he's just cutest the way he is. I think I can overdo things. And so I'm going to tell you what, all this was at the Dollar Tree. It takes you no time at all. Look at this. Here's another one. You could make two and have them sitting on your entryway. These are adorable. They're the cutest ever. And they're just little things that I had hanging out. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I will see you again on Wednesday. I will be back. And I can hardly wait to see you again. Please like, share, and follow. Share with your friends. Share with your friends. And if you're so inclined, give me a heart. I would love it. I would absolutely love it. But he is adorable. And if you're looking for something to do with the kids, with you know, it just is really fun. You could have even taken a little bit of our black paste. You could have taken the end of a dauber like that and just made your own little dots to match his eyes too. But I just wanted to have a little bit of fun with my beads. So you guys, thank you so much for being here. I love, love, love to hang out with you and share just new things, a little bit of fun. And anyway, have a great night. Have a great night, and we will see you on Wednesday. Thank you very much. Goodbye.